Let's now move on and talk about what's happening with Air India. Turkey's Ilker Ayci declined the proposal of Tata Group, and he will not become the Chief Executive Officer of Tata Group's Air India. On 14th of February, the proposal was given, and this decision has come amid uproar in India over Ayci's political links to Turkey. 51-year-old former chairman of Turkish Airlines in a statement has said that there were attempts to colour his appointment with undesirable colours, and it would not be a feasible or an honourable decision to accept the position in the shadow of such a narrative. Ilker Ayci, in fact, was an advisor in 1994 to Turkish president when he was the mayor of Istanbul. And to help us understand what this really means for Air India and whether it is in fact a setback for Tata Group, we are joined by Mr. Jitender Bhargav on the broadcast this evening, former executive director at Air India. So thank you very much for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now. Do you see it as a big setback for Tata Group? Are you surprised by this decision by somebody who could have actually become the boss of Air India?
You see, let me put it bluntly. When the announcement was made regarding his appointment, the general consensus with everyone associated with the industry was, will he get security clearance from the Ministry of Home Affairs? So in my opinion, it was a foregone conclusion that he would perhaps not get. Tata's got an inkling, and they must have sounded, and of course the Indian media was also reporting on this. So the incumbent selected appointment person had took note of it and found the best way. So in my opinion, it has saved Tata's and him the embarrassment of an official denial of security clearance. As regarding Air India is concerned, yes, it is a setback, because considering that more than a month has passed since Tata's gained control of Air India, the selection process and putting a management team in place to change or move Air India out of what it was and the kind of problem there is will only get delayed. I do hope Tata's have an alternate name in mind, and they will perhaps explore the possibility, because if one is to initiate the process all over again, then it could take time. And let us not forget that even today, old Air India directors on the board are still functioning. The whole idea was that once Tata's gain control, they have a new board which works on a strategic planning for the airline, and not the kind of board Air India had under government ownership. Because we all know when under government ownership, board does not play a role. But in a private company, board has a big role to play. Likewise, on the management team. Now, unless the new incumbent comes in, the CEO comes in, to handpick people who will be able to help. You can look at the weak areas. Of course, everybody knows the weak areas, but then you get the right person to be in the management team to steer the airline. So the only process getting delayed, of course, I wouldn't like to blame Tata for it. They have got Air India after 69 years plus. They are sincere. Mr. Chandra has made it abundantly clear. They want to make Air India an airline of choice, a world-class airline. So they have the vision all right, but you need a management team to pursue that vision and attain the goals.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Bhargav, for joining us here on Mirror Now and helping us understand this new development that has taken place. Of course, it's a big task for Tata's now to find another person who could be the boss of Air India, an airline which really needs a lot of attention right now. Thank you for joining us this evening.